right, hey everybody, this is Blake, your host from Central Valley Charter Schools, here with my trusty co-host Jonathan. We're here, I'm glad you're listening to your favorite school podcast, our PACE podcast. So first and foremost, getting us kicked off, I just want to say a big congratulations to all of our graduating seniors. Woo! Round of applause, right? We're so proud of you. We're proud of the work that you have done and all the work that you will do. Secondly, we're also bringing you, as you could probably have noticed already, a special poolside edition as we get ready for summer, which is just around the corner. Really exciting. So Jonathan, how are you doing today, man? Do you have your sunscreen on? You have lemonade ready to go?
I am ready to go. I got my lemonade right here. You can't see it. It's out of the screenshot. I've got my hat. I got my SPF 100. I also have my floaties. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have my floaties. I can swim. But I gotta be honest with you. Even though we're enjoying this beautiful sunshine, this beautiful pool, summer feels a little bit bittersweet to me. We've had so much fun this year. Working with our students, our families, serving them, and then working with just the awesome staff who have just, they have big hearts for our school community. On top of that, this is our last podcast for the school year. Hasn't this been a blast, Blake?
Yeah, it has been. It really has been, Jonathan. I completely agree. I mean, it's been fun. It's been exciting. It's been informative and educational. As a school year should be. But yeah, no, I mean, every year we say, now it's a time for our staff and our students to get so much well-deserved and earned time to reflect, to rest, and take a little bit of a slow down, enjoy a swim in the pool.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Blake. Just to kind of echo what you said, I want to give a great big hearty congratulations to our seniors. You did it, and you continue to do it, and you're going to continue to do it. I truly see greatness on the horizon. And by the way, you know what? I kind of forgot to ask. I probably should have started off the episode with asking you, what's today's podcast about, Blake?
Yeah, it's easy to kind of get lost in the rays of the sun, the sound of the waterfall into the pool. But yeah, we're actually here on business. We're doing our podcast, and it's really interesting, Jonathan. We have a very special podcast today about our alumni, and we have a really special guest today. He's our Alumni Network guru. He's incredible. He's one of my favorite people. Can you kind of guess who it might be? Baby, drum roll.
I'm drawing a Blake.
It's you. Plot twist. It's a plot twist. You, our very own Jonathan, you are our guest today. You are our amazing Alumni Network guy. So I guess welcome to the podcast, Jonathan.
Boy, that sounds kind of just funny or weird. I don't know. It's good to be here. I've been here all year, but I'm glad to always be here, and I'm super glad to share how we support our new graduating students who are always a part of our Central Valley Charter School family. So yeah, I'm super excited to answer any questions. I was speaking to a parent recently, and I'm actually an alumni as well, and they both said, wow, we didn't realize that you guys have these services. And I said, yeah, we don't just clean ourselves or clean our hands, wash our hands clean of you after you leave. You are a part of our network, and your success is our success. So that's a little saying we have in the Alumni Network, is your success is our success, and you're always a part of our family. So what do you got for me today, Blake?
Yeah, I love it. Well, as you could guess, we have common questions, frequently asked questions. I've got 5 big ones for you. Are you ready for them?
Yes, ask away.
All right, awesome. So our first question here is, for our newcomers, what is this Alumni Network? What is that all about?
Great question. So, to our graduating seniors, whether you graduated last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, our former students are a part of our family still. And I know you're sad to leave us. However, we want all of our students again to know that we have a alumni network. And this was launched last year. So we're in I think it's year 3 of it. And so our belief, again, is your success is our success. So that's why we offer, through your alumni network, career services for up to 4 years after graduation. So that means the alumni network, to sum it up, it means you are still a part of our community. We want you to succeed after you leave us, whether that's job placement or college, whether that's a 4-year or a community college, or whether that's trade school, or even being in some type of program. We just want you to never stop growing. And so we, through our career services, we help students who are still, former students who are still part of our community.
That's amazing. I mean, I wish I had something like this coming out of high school. I mean, it would have made at least, that transition can be kind of scary or intimidating, and having these kind of support systems in place really would make that transition into adulthood basically like a lot less scary, a lot more tackleable. And you mentioned career services. That's kind of actually my second question. So what are those exactly? What do career services look like?
Another great question. And this is pretty much where the career services is where alumni get the opportunity to sit down with the job coach who provides a range of supports. And I had someone ask recently, well, what supports do you offer? And I said, just imagine there's a survey, circle all of the above when it comes to college and career readiness. Any post-secondary help. And it's, when I say that term college, it could be a career technical training support. So career services is a wide range. It would be hard for me to capture all of the career services, but I'll just kind of name a few of the services that we offer. So the first one is self-discovery and interest profilers. So for those who are still stuck, maybe you've taken a gap year and you're like, I still don't know what I want to do. I'm stuck. We have, and I don't like to use the word test, but we have assessments where we look at your gifting. What is your gifting? So recently we had an alumni who I sat down with on Thursdays during our Tackle It Thursdays sessions. And they are frustrated in their career. And we started to look at their self-interests and their gifting, and come to find out they're in a position that they shouldn't be in. That's why they're frustrated. And so we started to discover their gifting. And just to kind of summarize it, they were more of a hands-on person. They liked to build. They were very mechanical. And so we're looking for jobs that require that building and mechanical ability. And you could just see the energy come back into the room as we sat down. They were like, yes, this is what I want to do. So that's what we do. We try to help them figure it out. We also provide support for employment documents. This could be anything from application help, cover letter help, resume help, reference documents. We work on thank you letters, and more. There's just, again, all of the above. We also help with interview preparation. So we help everything interview prep. We'll even do mock interviews with our alumni. So again, I've had students or former students who they freeze up in the interview. They have a wonderful resume. They have a wonderful cover letter. They know what they want, what field they want to work in, but they just freeze up during the interview. Well, interviewing is a lot like riding a bike. A little wobbly at first, but as you get the hang of it, you become more confident. And so we help with interviewing. We also help with career coaching, just providing any type of career or college coaching. We help with job search. And we're doing that with a few students, former students right now, as we're sitting down. and we're just searching for jobs. We're using websites like Career Builder, Indeed, Monster, etc. And we're just looking for new opportunities. We also help with college document and application help. We also provide financing for college, or how do I get money for programs is a concern many of our alumni have. And so we look for grants and not documents, but websites that will offer grants through the state and financial aid. And then we just provide a lot more resources. Again, it's all to support your post-secondary needs and to meet former students right where they're at. So someone's need may be different than someone else's need. It's very, very likely. So that's to sum it up what career services is.
Amazing, like just countless incredible resources for our graduating seniors. And again, those 4 years after, like it doesn't even stop like, oh, after 1 year. It's like, no, we keep with you. We're there for you. So our next question is, with all of these amazing resources, how can one of our alumni take advantage of these career services?
Another great question. So, okay, there's a whole process, but I'm just going to leave our listeners with just the first step and the only step they need to remember. That's it. Okay. So there's a survey of questions that I'll ask and that I'll provide. You don't need to worry about any of that. All you need to do is reach out to alumni at centralvcs.org. Or you could send it to you could send the inquiry to my personal email address, which is jonathan.kios@centralvcs.org. Maybe we can put those on the screen. I'm sure we'll have them on the screen somewhere. And that's all you need to do. Just one sentence. I need help. I'm with the Alumni Network. Well, that would be 2 sentences, but you get what I'm saying. And then don't worry about the rest. We will get you on track to supporting your post-secondary goals. And that'll look different, but the way it typically looks is I'll schedule a one-on-one and we'll go through, it's called an input or an intake form. And what I do is I ask you questions in our first meeting. That's what you can expect. And the reason for that is because before I want to help you, I want to know how you need help. So, because I tell our alumni, you drive the ship. I don't drive the ship. You drive the ship. We're here as a service to support you. So if you don't need help in interviewing, I'm not going to spend a lot of time in interviewing. If you feel like you're nailing it and you're building great rapport with the interviewer, but your resume needs some support, we're really going to tackle that resume. And so, but all you need to remember is alumni at centralvcs.org.
Awesome. Wonderful. And it kind of goes again with a lot of, some of our other resources we have where it's very individual based. It's what can we do for you? It's not a blanket program where, you're not wasting anyone's time. You're like, what do you need help with? We got you. Love that. All right. So our next question is, do you have any ways of following up with our alumni throughout the school year or the calendar year? What does that kind of look like?
Awesome question. So newsflash, we do have a quarterly newsletter. Look for that in your inbox. If you are not getting it, then we probably have your wrong email. So go ahead and shoot me an email, alumni@centralvcs.org, and I'll be sure to add you to our mailing list. So our quarterly newsletter has all the information. It has tips. It has special career service days. It has, you name it. It has interview help tips. It has career websites that we love. It has resources like Career One Stop, which is a free resource offered to our students. Career One Stop is a great program, and it was I won't go into the history of it, but they are job centers positioned throughout California. and throughout the United States that will help you with resume writing and cover letter writing and interview help and connect you with jobs even after you've left us, or even if you're not working with us, you can work with the Career Center, Career One Stop. So we're also always responding to emails and inquiries and questions. Some alumni reach out, they don't want to meet one-on-one, they just need to know what their local Career One Stop is, or they just want to know which Job Corps program is closest to them. And so we could follow that up with an email or a phone call or even a text. Also, another thing is we have our annual survey that we do. And what that means is that I call once a year, springtime, and I survey our students. This is around April, May, to see what they've been up to and what they're doing and how we can help them. And responding to this survey helps our school. So, but side note, we don't want to wait to help them. So there's kind of two parts of it. It helps our school, but then it also helps us help you. But we don't want to wait. So graduating seniors, we don't want to wait to help you. If you feel like you're stuck and you need some help, reach out ASAP. Our goal is to be here every year and to support you, and so that our 100% of our graduates have a job, are in a career technical training program, are in a college program, the military, they're working with a program like Regional Center, that they're doing something, that they're giving back to the world, but also giving back to themselves too. So that's another great question. Feel free to reach out, our graduating seniors, if you need that support and you feel stuck in the fall. So we want to help you before the spring when we do our survey.
Awesome. All right. And then our final question, with all these great resources helping out our seniors and stuff, there's got to be all kinds of success stories. So are there any that you would care to share with us and to our listeners, our potential alumni, give them that inspiration that you'd love to share?
Yes. And that's actually a real hard one, because so many of our graduates are doing amazing things. I'll just kind of share some of the stories that I've heard, or just some of what our alumni are doing as I spoke to them this spring. We have a former student right now who started their own business, and they're doing well at their business. They try different doors for working for other people, or different programs, and they have that entrepreneur spirit, if you will. So we have an entrepreneur who's doing well in their own business. Let's see, we've had many who are in school. They're in community college or four-year universities, going for things. Let's see, I heard nursing. I've heard a lot of other different programs that students are in. And then another student or former student or family member I spoke to recently shared that they got a really good government job. So I was like, yoo-hoo! Good benefits, good you name it, and they're going to school. So I know it's really hard to pick just one, but those are many of the stories that we're hearing. So
incredible. Awesome stuff, Jonathan. All right, well, that wraps up the 5 questions. I do want to throw a curveball at you. I want to throw in a bonus question here, just because. For our graduating seniors, is there a place maybe at graduation that maybe they could pick up some information about our alumni network? Maybe a table?
Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, to those listening, we are going to be at the Fresno graduation. We are going to have our awesome alumni table with our, alumni handouts. We're going to have giveaways. We have, should I share what the giveaway is?
I think it's okay. You watch the podcast, you get the inside scoop.
You do. I have 25 water bottles. We're going to call them alumni water bottles that I'm going to be giving away. It's a first come, first serve basis. If you are, and that again is for alumni or new graduating seniors. Also, for all seniors, we have a little care package. I don't have one with me, but it has a selfie light in it. It has a magnet with our QR code. There'll be other fun things like pens. I'll have flyers for for programs like Job Corps. We'll also have a photo booth. So please stop by, even if it's just to say hi and to give me your name. And so we'll have that at graduation. And just want to say, even if we just trade name and phone number and all that good stuff, so that if you need us along the journey, you may not need us, but you may need us. And it's always nice to travel with someone along the journey, but yeah, stop by the alumni table. Great question.
Awesome. Great. So much good stuff, Jonathan. Awesome. So I hope our alumni students, I mean, if it's not obvious enough, I hope you all realize like just how much we want to support you in this journey through life. Like Jonathan said, even if you don't feel like you need the help, it's just nice knowing that you have someone there ready to help you out at any time. So before we sign off for a year, though, I thought it'd be fun to share a list of some top things maybe to do this summer from Jonathan and I. So I could take the first 5 if you want to take the last 5, Jonathan.
Let's do it.
Cool. So a couple of fun ideas to do this summer while you're out there is maybe you find a local county fair. Go and check out a fair. I always love fair food is top tier. Go out there, enjoy the sun, go to a county fair. Maybe go to a baseball game. Same thing, Fresno Grizzlies out there, Visalia Rawhide, any of those Central Valley baseball games, big, the MLB, if you could catch one of the big teams as well. Honestly, just the environment's always a blast. Visiting a farmer's market in town. I know me personally, that's high up on one of my favorite things. I mean, my wife and I have been dying to go to farmer's market. They just moved one closer to us in town here, and we're going to be checking that out actually like next weekend. So super exciting. Go for a swim. If you got a pool like this, or even, like a kiddie pool, above ground pool, whatever, just go, whether it's a lake, rivers, whatever floats your boat, get in there, go for a swim, cool off. I know our summers get a little hot in the Central Valley, and so going for a swim's always a nice thing. My last one is going bike riding. Get out there, feel the breeze in your hair, and pedal on. Go for a nice bike ride. Jonathan, what you got?
I love that. I'll say I had a student who I just asked recently what he'd be doing for summer, and he said going to a lot of San Francisco Giants games. So I was like, way cool. Awesome. Okay, so as far as what to do, what I have. Watch the fireworks on the 4th of July. Now, make sure that you do it in a safe place. Make sure that you're not doing anything illegal. But there are places that will have fireworks show. They'll be in a controlled and a safe area. So that's always fun, having a barbecue and then just kind of being watching those fireworks and just stuffing yourself silly. Love it. Another thing is go tent camping. For those individuals who just want a little bit of that, that rustic life, or you want to, maybe you're feeling that call, that John Muir call. You're feeling that call just to go into the wild, into the forest. Go tent camping. It's also a great place to enjoy and to cool off if it's hot in the Central Valley. We have along the coast, we have some of the most beautiful redwoods, the sequoias. A few weeks back, I took my children to Muir Woods. And so go tent camping, go to the forest, go do something, go to a different environment. Eat ice cream, right? Eat ice cream. What would summer be without ice cream? I don't need to say much about that, but eat ice cream. I'll be looking for the Ben & Jerry's carton in a little bit here. Sleep in, right? I think that is probably the top of the list for my students. How about yours, Blake? Sleeping
I think so. Oh yeah.
Those morning sessions have been rough for them. I know it. But you get to sleep in now. Um, and then another thing is we're big advocates for volunteering or giving back. Kind of that intrinsic, like, I feel good, I gave back. So volunteering could be like going to an animal shelter, volunteering at maybe a senior or assisted living facility. It could be anything. A couple of my students, actually one of my students said that they'd be volunteering with their church community. So I said, just volunteer, do something that kind of just makes you feel good, or that warm fuzzy feeling inside. All right. I wanted to add, before we kind of wrap things up, I wanted to add just a few things. And I wanted to just let you know that there'll be alumni at Central VCS. We're going to add that link in the comment section. And then, yeah, we'll just, we'll add that in the comment section. And I think I'm trying to keep this going, Blake, because I'm feeling kind of sad that we're about to go out right now.
No,
so I'm trying to stall right now. But
I know it.
Do you mind taking us out, Blake?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to, but I mean, would you like to do the honor? You are a special guest here. Would you want to? I'd be okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank our listeners for hanging in there with us this school year. Again, it's fitting to end this year's podcast by congratulating the graduating class on accomplishing so much. We can't say that enough. We cannot wait to hear about all the successes on your journey, and please stay in touch. Also, to all of our students, those who are still going to be with us the next few years, congratulations on your growth you have accomplished this year. Remember, if you're not where you want to be, celebrate that at least you're not where you were. You have moved forward this year. And so on that note, that concludes your PACE podcast for this school year. And we will see you on the next school year one. All right, feel free to reach out if you love to be involved. Take care, everyone. We have a pool calling us.
Yep. And dive on in.